we have looked at the theory, all the theory that we need to know about Pythagoras theorem this year for this chapter. And we have also understood that how this chapter number 2, Pythagoras theorem, is linked to the previous chapter, which is similar triangles. And we have realized that together they make the biggest part of this syllabus in maths too. So take this sincerely, take this seriously, and complete these two chapters. What we will do today now is we will do a quick revision of what we have studied in this chapter, and then we will try solve questions from the last exercise, which is problem set 2. So you will need your textbooks, you will need your notebooks, you will need your pens. You don't need your calculators, you need your brains. Let us begin. We'll start with the revision. And one of the things that we studied last year and we used this year also was about special right angle triangles. Two 30, 60, 90 triangle, right angle triangle, and 45, 45, 90 right angle triangle. On the left hand side, triangle LMN is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. On the right hand side, triangle XYZ is a 45, 45, 90 degree right angle triangle. In both cases, what we have understood and what we need to remember also is, if we know the hypotenuse of these triangles, if we know the length of the hypotenuse of these triangles, we will be able to find the length of the other two sides. We will be able to find the length of the other two sides. For example, if we look at triangle LMN, in this we can say the side MN, which is opposite to angle 30, this will be 1/2 of the hypotenuse. The side LM, which is opposite to the 60 degree angle, will be of length √3/2 of H. What it also means is that if LM is given, we can find LN. If MN is given, we can find LN. If any one side is given, we should be able to find the other sides using basic arithmetic and algebra. It's not necessary to start from hypotenuse only. The second special right angle triangle is a 45, 45, 90 triangle, in which if we say that the hypotenuse is of the length H, then the other two sides will be of the same length, because this is an isosceles right angle triangle. We know that this is isosceles right angle triangle because both angles are of the same measure, 45 degree. So XY will be 1/√2 of H. And XZ will be also 1/√2 of H. Multiplication sign likho ya nahi likho, we know that when we write a variable with a constant, or when we write two variables side by side, it means multiplication. This is something that we studied in the last year and we are using this year. The second thing that we need to understand for this chapter, which we actually studied in the previous chapter, is when we have a right angle triangle and we draw an altitude onto the hypotenuse. In this case, the right angle triangle is triangle ABC. The right angle is angle B. And the altitude onto the hypotenuse is BD, because BD is drawn such that it is perpendicular to AC. When we do this, the altitude divides the hypotenuse in two parts. which is AD, and CD. And the triangle is divided into two parts. One is triangle ADC, and the other one is triangle BDC. So what we have learned is these three triangles, triangle ABC, triangle ADC, ADB, and triangle BDC, they are similar. So we can write triangle ABC is similar to triangle ADB is similar to triangle BDC. All these triangles are similar to each other, and this order is important. It will not work in the other order. And in addition to this, we understood something about these two parts of the hypotenuse in another theorem called the theorem of geometric mean. In the theorem of geometric mean, we said that the altitude drawn to the hypotenuse will be the geometric mean of the different two parts of the hypotenuse. So now we have triangle PQR, where angle Q equals to 90 degrees. QS is the altitude drawn to the hypotenuse PR. The two parts of the hypotenuse are PS and RS. When we say that the altitude is geometric mean of the parts of the hypotenuse, it means QS square equals to ES into RS. Right. This is the theorem of geometric mean. So using the conditions of similarity of right angle triangle, the theorem of geometric mean, we looked at another theoretical proof of Pythagoras theorem. You started studying about Pythagoras theorem way back in class 7. You had two or three different proofs in class 7. We had some proofs in class 8 and 9 also. In class 10, we looked at the final proof where we figured out that if there is a right angle triangle, say triangle ABC, where angle B is of 90 degrees, then the square of the length of the hypotenuse, which is the longest side, which is opposite to the biggest angle, that is AC, will be equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, that is AB square plus BC square. This is the basic Pythagoras theorem. We can also say that AC equals to square root of AB square plus BC square. This we started studying in class 7. You should not be surprised about these things. If you are surprised about these things, then the gap is in class 7. We can also say AB equals to AC square minus BC square, square root of. Similarly, BC equals to square root of AC square minus AB square. We looked at the converse of this theorem also, where we said if we have a triangle such that the square of the longest side is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, then that triangle is a right angle triangle. The next thing that we studied was about not a right angle triangle, but any triangle and the relationship between their sides. Specifically, we understood how the side opposite to an acute angle of a triangle is related to the other sides. Also, how a side opposite to obtuse angle of a triangle is related to the other sides. And we looked at it from Pythagoras theorem perspective. So if we have this triangle ABC, which is definitely not a right angle triangle, which is definitely an acute angle triangle because all angles are of less than 90 degrees. So we draw an altitude from A to D on BC, and we look at this angle C, which is an acute angle. And we figured out, in this case, we can say the side opposite to angle C, that is AB, AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square. What are these sides? These are the sides that make this angle. These are the sides that make this angle. And there is a third term, which is minus 2 into BC into CD. This is how the side opposite to the acute angle is related to the other two sides using Pythagoras theorem. Similarly, if we have a triangle with an obtuse angle, so definitely this is going to be an obtuse angle triangle. This is the angle here. Now, the side opposite to this angle is AB. To apply Pythagoras theorem, we need an altitude. So we drew AD perpendicular to BC when BC is extended to D. Here we figured out that AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square plus 2 into BC into CD. So always on the left hand side, we have the side which is opposite to the given angle, whether it is acute or obtuse. On the right hand side, we have the other two angles, square of the other two sides, not angles, squares of the other two sides. Along with that, depending on whether our reference angle is acute or obtuse, we have a plus or minus sign. For obtuse, this is plus. For acute, it is minus. Then we multiply it with 2 BC into CD. Combining all these things, similarity of triangles, Pythagoras theorem, geometric mean, theorem of geometric mean, side opposite to acute angle, side opposite to obtuse angle, combining everything, we looked at how the sides of any triangle are related to a median, a given median. Median is a line segment which joins a vertex of a triangle to the midpoint of its opposite side. In this figure, the triangle is triangle ABC. The median is AM. That means BM equals to CM. Here also, because we have to use Pythagoras theorem, we will draw an altitude which is AD, is perpendicular to BC. And we realized in this case, if we are looking at, because we have drawn the altitude from angle A, this is our angle A is our reference angle, then we can say AB square plus AC square. The sides that make this angle, AB square plus AC square, will be equal to 2 into AM square, twice of the square of the length of the median, plus 2 into BM square, that is twice of the square of the half of the opposite side. So instead of BM, we can also write CM. That is perfectly fine. This is all we have studied in this chapter so far. Please be ready with your textbooks, notebooks, and pens. Like in any problem set, this problem set also starts with a multiple choice question in which there are 8 sub-questions. Multiple choice questions, there are 8 sub-questions. The first one is, out of the following, which is a Pythagorean triplet? So there are 4 triplets that are given: 1, 5, 10, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 2, and 5, 5, 2. And we have to tell which is a Pythagorean triplet. Now, those who are studying regularly, you will know the answer just like that, even without doing any calculation, that the correct answer is B, 3, 4, 5. Class 7 से हम ये देख रहे हैं ना, 3, 4, 5. But the way you have to answer this is, you will say 5 square equals to 25. 3 square plus 4 square equals to 9 plus 16 equals to 25. So we get 5 square equals to 3 square plus 4 square. Chanda, you will not write 525 equals to 25. You will write 5 square equals to 3 square plus 4 square. Therefore, The answer is B. 3, 4, and 5. Now, here it's a very easy question because we know that 3, 4, 5 make a Pythagorean triplet. But if you come across a question where the numbers are all new, you don't know, then you will have to check. You will have to check all the triplets in rough. For example, if I check this one in rough, we have done such type of questions before in practice at 2.1. What we will do, we will first take the square of the longest side. So longest side is 10. 10 square is 100. Then we will take the sum of the squares of the shorter sides. So 1 square plus 5 square equals to 1 plus 25 equals to 26. Then you will say, because 10 square is not equals to 1 square plus 5 square, this is not. तो ऐसे ही सबको एक एक करके चेक करना पड़ेगा if the answer is not very apparent. If the answer is apparent, then you don't need to do check other options. You know that 3, 4, 5 is the correct answer. So you will write this much and you will get 1 full mark. The second multiple choice question here is, in a right angle triangle, if sum of the squares of the sides making right angle is 169, then what is the length of the hypotenuse? Some people think that this is a harder question, but it is an easier question. It's just that it is written in words. So you can imagine any triangle, ABC or PQR, whatever. Imagine angle B to be 90 degree and AC is hypotenuse. Now look at the question. It says in a right angle triangle, if sum of the squares of the sides. So suppose this side and this side. So AB square plus BC square. It is said that it is 169. And the question is, what is the hypotenuse? AC equals to how much? So it is actually an easy question because you can say hypotenuse equals to, waiting for your answer. Hypotenuse will be equal to the square root of the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So it will be 169. AB and BC को square करके उसका sum दे दिया है. तो already all the work is done. All you have to do is find the square root of 169, which you should know by now is 13. So the correct answer is B, 13. And the way you will write the correct answer is B. Sorry for the bad connection. B, 13. This is how you will write. You will not put a tick mark. You will not write just B. You will not write just 13. You will write B, 13. So what all is required in the answer and what is not required? This diagram is not required. This explanation is not required. You can answer this question with just one line. This line is enough. And in the brackets, within the brackets, if you write Pythagoras theorem, very good. If you don't write, that is also fine. But this line is required. This much is enough. Moving to the next question. It is also very similar. It is also very similar. The only difference is now the numbers are given in the form of dates. It doesn't matter to us. It doesn't matter to us. The moment it says triplet, all we need is set of 3 numbers. Do we have sets of 3 numbers? Yes, we have. Here, not just one, we have 4 sets of 3 numbers. So all we have to do is square them, add them, check the sum. That's all. And it will be extremely easy if we know the squares, like 15 square is 225, 9 square is 81, 4 square is 16, 17 square is 289, 5 square is 25, 3 square is 9, 16 square is 256, 8 square is 64, 16 square is 256. 17 square is 289, 8 square is 64, 15 square is 225. Now I have practiced, I remember. So now I clearly know that when I add 25 and 64, I get to 89. So all I have to write in the answer is 17 square equals to 289. 15 square plus 8 square equals to 225 plus 64 equals to 289. That implies that 17 square equals to 15 square plus 8 square. Therefore, we will say the correct answer is 15, 8, 17. Next question. Another multiple choice question. I have nothing to explain here. Please give me the correct answer in the chat. A, B, C are sides of a triangle where A square plus B square equals to C square. Name the type of the triangle. ये किस तरह का triangle है that the square of one of the sides is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides? Let's see. Correct Karthik. Correct Prachi. Correct Chanda. Correct Chand. Very, very simple. We are using here the converse of Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem says that if we have a right angle triangle with the sides A, B, and C, where C is the longest side, then C square equals to A square plus B square. This is Pythagoras theorem. The converse of Pythagoras theorem says if we have a triangle such that the sum of the squares of two sides is equal to the square of the third side, then it is a right angle triangle. Yes, it is a right angle triangle. It has to be a right angle triangle. Another question, another multiple choice question. Find the perimeter of a square if its diagonal is 10 root 2 centimeters. We have answered such questions before. Definitely we have. Let's see if you remember. Try solve it. So if you imagine A, B, C, D to be a square, it says AC is 10 root 2. Root 2 we started studying in class 8. We completed studying about surds in class 9. We are using it in class 10. A square is a parallelogram. A square is a rectangle. A square is kind of the perfect parallelogram which has all the four angles congruent, 90 degrees, which has all the four sides congruent. So let us, so we know that AB will be equal to BC. We can also say that both are of length S and the other two sides also. Square is so perfect that its diagonals are also congruent. They bisect each other and they are perpendicular to each other. Perfect quadrilateral. Now we see a right angle triangle ABC. We have the hypotenuse. We can find the side. And once we find the side, we can also find the perimeter. Now, the smart student will say that this is an isosceles right angle triangle. So this is 45 degrees. This is 45 degrees. So triangle ABC is a special 45, 45, 90 degree triangle. In such a triangle, we know that the side is equal to 1 by root 2 of the hypotenuse. Here, the hypotenuse is 10 root 2. Now, our arithmetic becomes easy. It is only 10. Once we know the side, we can say the perimeter is equal to S plus S plus S plus S, total boundary. We can also say it is 4 into S, which is 4 into 10 equals to 40. So your answer will be D, 40 centimeters. The next question is another word question, but it is geometry. It is Pythagoras theorem. It says altitude on the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle. Huh? So complicated. No, it is not. Maths is easier than English, Marathi, Hindi. Altitude, hypotenuse, right angle triangle divides it into two parts. Two parts से आपको याद आना चाहिए. Theorem of geometric mean of lengths 4 and 9. So what it is saying is, we have any triangle A, B, and C. We have some triangle A, B, and C such that it is a right angle triangle. Then only then it will have a hypotenuse. And in this case, the hypotenuse is the side AC because it is opposite to the biggest angle. Now, if we draw a hypotenuse on it, हमने hypotenuse बना दिया, altitude on it. It is dividing the hypotenuse into two parts, AD and CD. One is 4 centimeter, another is 9 centimeters. The question is, how much is the altitude? Yes, hai na? Theorem of geometric mean. The theorem of geometric means tells us that altitude square is equal to 9 into 4. So the altitude will be equal to square root of 9 into 4. Now again, the smart answer is square root of 9 is 3, square root of 4 is 2, so it is 6. The another way some students do, from here they go to 36 and then they come to 6. Both are correct, but this is easier in a way. Why do we need to multiply if we have to take the square root anyway? So first take the square root. So you will say the answer is C, 6 centimeter. Do we need to draw the diagram for this question? No. Should we? Yes. It becomes easier for you to understand. It removes, decreases the possibility of you writing it wrongly. Another question is another word problem with some numbers. It says height and base of a right angle triangle are 24 centimeter and 18 centimeter. Find the length of the hypotenuse. Wrong spelling, printing mistake, hypotenuse. How easy can it be? You solve this question in class 7. Two sides of a right angle triangle are given, the hypotenuse is asked, so you can directly say hypotenuse equals to square root of 24 square plus 18 square. You should know that the square of 24 is 576. You should know that the square of 18 is, I'm waiting for your answer. What is the square of 18? 324, correct, 324. So when we add them, it comes to 900. So square root of 900 is 30. Why? Because 900 equals to 30 into 30. So the correct answer is B, 30. And how did we find out and when did we learn that square root of 900 is 30? In class 7, in class 8. And I taught you again in class 9. The next question, which is the final multiple choice question, and this will be the last question we will solve in class today now, is, and this is a long question, I think this should not be a 1 mark question, but it is given as a 1 mark question in the textbook. It says in triangle ABC, AB is equal to 6 root 3 centimeters, AC equals to 12 centimeters, BC equals to 6 centimeters. Find the measure of angle A. Please pay attention. It is not as easy as you think it is easy. Or it is not as short as you may think it is. First of all, understand that we are not told that what kind of triangle this is. It just says it is a triangle and its 3 sides are given. We don't know if it is a right angle triangle or not. We don't know whether it is an acute angle triangle, whether it is an obtuse angle triangle. So there are 2 steps to this question. First, we have to figure out whether it is any special triangle that we know of. That we can do by doing a simple thing like AB square equals to 6 root 3 का square equals to 36 into 3 equals to 108. Similarly, AC square equals to 12 square equals to 144. Similarly, BC square equals to 6 square equals to 36. Why did we square? Because we have studied Pythagoras theorem, side opposite to acute angle, side opposite to obtuse angle, Apollonius theorem. In all this, we are squaring the sides. So square the sides and check. We see that when we add 108 to 36, we get 144. That is, AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. This tells us that this is a 90-degree triangle. This is a right angle triangle. It is a right angle triangle. So this is one speciality. It is a right angle triangle. Now, if you imagine a rough diagram, if you draw a rough diagram, A, B, C, clearly AC is the hypotenuse. It is the longest side, or 144 bhi aaya hai. Now AB is 6 root 3. 6 root 3 is longer than 6. So इसीलिए मैंने longer side को 6 root 3 दिखाया. BC is 6. Is it even more special? Yes, it is even more special, and we can find that out when we see the ratio of the sides. हमको क्या पूछा है? Angle A. This is angle A. Now see the ratio of the side opposite to angle A, that is BC, and the hypotenuse AC, which is coming to 6 by 12, is 1 by 2. Now it is a right angle triangle, and the ratio of the side opposite to the angle and the hypotenuse is 1 by 2. Therefore, the angle is 30 degrees.